Long Beach isn't just a fun place to visit, it's a great place to live. Just ask the people who call the beautiful waterfront neighborhood home. And what better way to discover a spot surrounded by water than on a Venetian gondola?
The area that we're in here is so special. Naples Island is just an incredible little labyrinth of canals and bridges.
Tucked away between the Long Beach shoreline and its main shopping hub, you'll find the islands of Naples. Modeled after the canals of Venice, Italy, this community is made up of narrow roads with Italian names and bridges that connect the three man-made islands.
Now, there's a lot of character. All the houses are, a little different. There's, older houses that still have a lot of their original charm. Everything blends together pretty well.
We discovered it in 1986. I think it's just a quiet residential area that attracts boaters. And so it's kind of a boater's paradise. It's a total walking neighborhood because you've got, with the dogs, I'm out here 3-4 times a day. It's a good place for people to get lost. But people who move to Naples don't leave. It's one of those neighborhoods where once you're here, you tend to stay, decade after decade.
Mike O'Toole can attest to that. He's lived in Naples most of his life.
These canals, this is where we used to play ball tag and water polo, and we played ditch 'em inside the canals. And so this was our playground. Now, as you can see, it's everybody's playground. You can swim around and boat through it. It's just gorgeous. But then there's pockets of people everywhere that have never even heard of it. I don't want it to be a hidden treasure. Come on, we want the world to know about it.
While these canals may not be world-renowned, Mike helped put his neighborhood on the map when he started his business, the Gondola Getaway, more than 25 years ago.
It's a college project in a marketing class I had up at USC. We had to start a business on paper. So it was when I graduated, I said, let's put this business plan into action. Went to Italy, learned how the boats were built, and then came back and started building boats here. Right out of college, I didn't exactly have a 30-year plan. But here we are 30 years, and the plan went well. It's a very unique, the way they row in Venice. We've had the ability to train 200 to 300 California surfers how to row Venetian boats. The very first gondolier I ever hired was a girl. And now we've got 3 gondolitas, we call them. We've kind of got an array of boats that allow it from the couple to the group. What we do weddings right out here, all you got to do is just show up and we have the floating chapel. So this is kind of like the center of the canal, the special spot sometimes, because it's always real still right in here because the tides kind of meet. And the height of the bridges and the width of the canals and the friendliness of the people here, you can't imagine the canals without gondolas in them because it just kind of fits the whole motif of the area. So for 28 years I've been able to work right where I live.
Mike has traveled to many seaside communities around the world, but none more special than his hometown.
I always like to say all roads lead to Long Beach. I mean, I found a home a long time ago, and it just got better and better and better.
And just a few blocks away from Naples is another picturesque spot and one of the most well-known neighborhoods in Long Beach. At Belmont Shore, you'll find a distinctive beachside community with an all-access path to fun.
I've lived here now for 12 years, but I've been coming down to Long Beach for almost 20. Long Beach is a wonderful city to live in, and particularly here in Belmont Shore is a really family-friendly community with all kinds of activities. The beach for the young kids in Alamedas Bay, there couldn't be a better place to bring, 2, 3, 4-year-olds to go paddle in the ocean. Clean water without waves, shallow beach, and then I love to race sailboats. Absolutely great location for that too.
Part of the charm of Belmont Shore is the diverse architecture. It's a neighborhood with beautiful Spanish-style homes dating back to the 1920s and 30s, as well as traditional California bungalows. But what Belmont Shore is best known for is its shopping district along 2nd Street.
We really like going to 2nd Street. In fact, 2nd Street was probably the reason why we chose to live in Long Beach, because when we moved here, we had checked out different areas and we thought, oh, maybe we could live in Santa Monica, or we'd looked in Malibu, and then when we drove to Long Beach, we were totally sold. So 2nd Street's definitely a fun area to go and walk around with the kids. You can kind of window shop, and they have tons of great restaurants.
Long Beach neighborhoods run the gamut, from the vibrant, like Belmont Shore, to the serene and historic across town in North Long Beach.
We're standing in Rancho Los Cerritos, which is the oldest house in the city of Long Beach. It was built in 1844, but its history goes back beyond that.
Rancho Los Cerritos was once the largest adobe residence in Southern California, and the grounds a working cattle ranch. Now it's a national landmark, home to a public museum with gardens and one of the oldest trees in the city. The neighborhoods that surround Rancho Los Cerritos have a similar tranquility about them. One of the city's oldest areas, known for its historic estates, is Los Cerritos Virginia Country Club, which also happens to be popular with Hollywood filmmakers.
A lot of our homes have been used in feature films, television, commercials, series, and it's really nice. I think that one of the reasons why we are so often chosen is that our neighborhood has a distinct American feel. This is a neighborhood right out of a Norman Rockwell painting.
Also nearby is Bixby Knolls.
It does have the family feel, with all the young families around and the kids in the parks.
Named after who else but Long Beach's founding family, the Bixbys.
But the Bixby family today continues to be a very vibrant, involved part of our community.